All right, here we go. Episode 29. How's it going?
It's good.
Captain Sarcasmo, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, to our viewers out there, it's the first superhero I've had on the podcast. So
No more superhero?
No, just one.
What?
You're the first.
Okay.
So what got you into it, man? Being the
Into
superhero, wearing the costume.
that's how I was developed.
You developed this way.
I was the way I understand, because I'm not from here, I'm from different land. My creator, he drew me on paper, and I became alive somewhere else. And what happened is that something happened, and now I'm here. I woke up in a park.
You woke up in a park.
Oh yeah.
Was it around here or another place?
It's somewhere around here. I don't know. I fly everywhere.
Oh, you fly.
Yeah.
Right.
Today I had to drive. It's too hot to fly.
Yeah, I could imagine. In Arizona, anyways.
Yes.
Shit.
So it was in this land that I was found. And I walk around and I found people. I found there's homeless people in the parks. So sometimes we would party when I first got here. And
hell of a party.
Yeah. I mean, they know where they get the booze and the drugs,
Oh, well, cheers.
I didn't do the drugs. I just, stick to the beer. I try the fruity stuff and this stuff. It's all different.
Yeah.
I found a closet, and now they know that I live in the closet, so I have to start paying rent. It's stupid.
How much you pay for a closet?
Just whatever I can steal.
Well, that's pretty interesting, man.
Yeah.
Well, so when you started doing music, like, how did you get into music then?
It's in my DNA.
Oh, they created you that way.
My creator, he was struggling, but he liked music. And so when he created me, he created a guitar. And that's what I did in my other land. It was me and my two friends and my guitar.
Oh, okay. You had two friends?
I have two friends.
Who were they?
They are furry friends. They don't have superpowers. Oh, they do have superpowers. They're like kind of like dogs. In this land, they call them dogs.
Oh, they're dogs? They don't have any powers, though?
They do. One is very wild and one is less wild. In this, there's a frisbee. Then he's wild also.
Oh.
But one is smart and one is different.
You make music with them?
No, they don't make music. I make music by myself. But I came to this land and I knew right away I had to save the world because I'm a superhero. So I found all this shitty music all over the place and everybody was dying, and I decided I have to kill all this shitty music.
There is a lot of it out there, man.
Yes. It's all over the radio. They poison us with this shitty music. That way we, are helpless.
No, I agree. There's so many songs I listen to unwillingly. Like, I know all the popular music, but it's not because I look it up. Like, it's just because I'm forced to listen to it. They just play it
feed
over
us the bullshit.
Yeah, all the time, man. It's all in all the commercials and movies and fucking
right on the street. Terrible music.
Oh,
everybody's dying over there.
Yeah, man. It's all over. So, like, what's the shittiest music then?
The music in this town.
In this town.
Yeah, that's why I have to stay here, because I have to continue to fight all the shitty music.
Specifically in Phoenix, the music is so shitty.
Oh my gosh. If you fly to other cities, you see much better music.
It's hard to argue with that.
Yeah. We have lack of influence. All we have is like brown dirt in the ground.
No, and all the buildings are brown.
Brown buildings. Yes. Go to a different town, you find green, you find birds, you find animals. Here everything is dead.
Yeah. I think that's why the metal scene is getting bigger here. Everything is dead. It fits.
We already feel dead here, so
we're so close already. Yeah.
Yes. So I decide I save the world through the most beautiful music. I'm the best guitarist, best bass guitarist, second best drummer in all of my land.
The second best drummer.
Yeah.
You You have a better drummer in mind?
In my land, I mean, one of my friends, he's a great drummer, but he doesn't know how to stay on beat. He just moves so fast, you know. His speed is.
That's good. That's what I care about.
He does the vocal. Sometimes it sounds like roof roof, but so like you have to edit the vocal a lot for him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Throw on the send amp or the different distortions.
Yeah,
to make it sound good.
Definitely.
It definitely needs to be produced well.
A lot of Melodyne or, auto-tune, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. But, so I come here and I try to save the world. I play a couple shows. Everybody love it. The biggest crowds everywhere, you know? I was booked. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play this year very much. I have... The doctors say maybe like vertigo or something. I can't fly straight anymore all the time. Sometimes like the whole planet just spins around me when I fly, and it's hard to do that.
Yeah, I could imagine, man. There's a lot to hit.
I've had to cancel shows. But, I stick with it. I continue to write beautiful music. And
when's the last time you played live then?
I believe it was maybe... February or January.
Yeah. Was it here in Phoenix?
Yeah, I only play the Phoenix shows because we need it.
Yeah, right.
But I had to cancel some shows last minute because I just could not get to the venue. Every time I try to fly, I start going a different direction.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
So they have you booked and everything? You just can't make it?
They had me booked. There was one show I had to cancel like an hour in advance because I was like, I'm going to get better. I will be able to fly there. And I could not do it. And then the next morning, I almost died. I just fell over in the kitchen.
Well, that's you got that looked at already? Like,
yes.
Okay. That's pretty serious, man.
It's been about 6 or 7 months.
Well,
and it just come and go. And sometimes I can fly, and sometimes I cannot fly.
Well, I hope you can get back to those shows soon.
Yes,
I want to see you on the stage, man.
Oh yes, it's the best performance you ever see.
I hope so.
I have like whoever does lights, they do the lights, and whoever does sound, they do the sound.
Yeah.
And it's me on guitar. I play a gold sparkly guitar, so it sound good. and I play the songs, and I have like 5 songs now.
You have 5 songs?
Yes.
Or do you have more in the works?
I have 2 songs that I've released, and I will release the next one. I have to steal more money so I can pay for the video. Because all the songs, they tell a story. They tell my story of how I saved the world.
Right.
So I have...
Yeah, man. I mean, that's important work. So you gotta do it right.
I know. I need to steal all the money so I can pay for the video so I can release the songs and save the world.
That makes sense to me.
The next song is about building a website.
The song is about building a website?
Yes. It's a metaphor.
Okay.
It's called Taking Over the World.
Okay. So it's a metaphor about building a website.
It's a metaphor about building a website and then feeling like you can take over the world. Because when you have your website, everybody know you.
Yeah. I'm actually in that process right now, trying to build my own website.
What would it be called?
Thingsbeyondsound.com.
All right.
I don't think anybody has a domain name yet.
I will make it tonight.
Tonight?
Did you make it?
No, I gotta make it before you then.
Make it before tonight, and then I won't make it.
All right.
Otherwise, I'll make it, and I'll have it linked to my website.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
Okay, I pushed you you need to be better. So you can help
It's
save
a matter
the
of
world
money.
with
It's
me.
a matter of money, man. I can't pay for it yet.
You steal the money.
I steal it.
When you try to save the world, you do whatever it takes.
Yeah, that's true. I have some stuff to sell. Maybe I could sell it.
I do too.
Not tonight, though.
I have fanny packs for sale.
Are those fanny packs?
Yeah. It keep everything. It keeps all your weapons and your wallet and your car keys if you have to drive.
I have all those things.
You have all those.
Yeah. How many do you have?
Like 40, I think.
40?
They're backups. See, this one, it broke when I
Yeah.
was at battle.
Oh, yeah. Who are you fighting?
The shitty music.
The shitty music? Which band, dude?
Uh,
Don't remember.
I can't tell them they were shitty.
You couldn't read the name, probably.
It just looked like tree branches. How do you read tree branches? You look outside and you say, that's my name right there on the tree.
Yeah, it could be. It's like
Spider-
four metal bands in that tree over there.
Right. And you know they all suck.
Well,
Unless they don't.
There's like 1 out of 20, probably.
Yes.
I don't know.
If I can't understand the word you're trying to tell me in your song, are you even good?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, some bands take practice though to hear like the vocals. Like, I remember when I started listening to Black Dahlia Murder, and I couldn't understand them at first, you know, their vocals, but you know, after a couple months of listening to them, like I got really into them right after high school, and like after a couple months of just listening to them over and over, and I just got the lyrics down.
I figured out the word.
Yeah, and then like when the new album comes out, like I know the voice, so I can hear the words, you know. But
go outside and you listen to the cats fighting. That's how you practice.
Oh yeah,
because they have the low scream and the high scream.
Yeah, he does both.
And then
he switches back and forth in each song. It's pretty crazy.
That build-up scream where they just go like...
Yeah. Man, that guy's vocals was really good. Trevor. I haven't heard the new vocalist.
Black Dahlia?
Yeah. I haven't heard the new one.
I honestly have not heard them at all.
Really?
I should go listen to them.
They're worth looking up, man. They're one of the best death metal bands, in my opinion. But I don't know. They're one of the bigger ones. One of the bigger names.
You like Kesha?
Kesha?
Yeah.
No. I can't name a single song by Kesha, honestly.
She put out a new album this year.
Oh.
And I listened to it last night. And holy shit.
Does it make you want to get back on stage?
It made me think weird things.
Oh.
The songs, they do not go like this. They go like this, and then they go like this. And then they do this again, and then they go over here, and you're like, what the fuck?
Like the album doesn't make sense.
No.
It just goes all over the fucking place.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. Like, I feel like producers are getting lazier, you know?
Maybe.
Like they're trying to put out catchy stuff without actually trying to put out, like, you know.
It's not catchy at all. Not working.
Not even catchy.
I don't think she was going for catchy. I think she was like, let's fuck with people's heads.
Well, to be honest, I haven't heard the name Kesha in like a year or so.
Yeah.
Unless they do something crazy in front of a camera, you never know.
She used to help me fight all the bad music. Well, she did it first because I only got here a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
But I saw her and she looked kind of like an alien, and so I knew right away she was not from here, and that was like her mission is to destroy like the shitty musics.
Oh, she had the same, like a similar mission? Was it exactly the same?
No. It worked out that way.
Common enemy.
See.
Okay. So, like, when did you, what kind of music was Kesha making when you were fighting together then?
It was the most beautiful pop music. And she would rap sometimes. She has the best rapping voice. She's better than any rapper ever.
Interesting. Better than Kanye?
Kanye doesn't know how to rap.
He doesn't know how to rap?
No. He talks. he talks into a microphone. He has lots of money, and that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of money can get you pretty far.
I know. If I had more money, I'm going to go steal some money later. But if I had more money, I would probably pay somebody to make me sound good, too.
Yeah. I mean, shit, if I had money, I'd have somebody to make these videos better.
I don't need anyone to make me sound better, but, if it happened, holy shit.
At least you could get marketing and like all that.
Yes,
kind of stuff.
I work with so-and-so who also wants to destroy shitty music.
Right. If you could advertise that you worked with Kesha and had a compilation.
Kesha, I'm only a phone call away. Give me a call.
Yeah, I mean, what is she, like, ghost you or something?
She busy.
So what happened? Like, why did you stop?
What?
She just got busy, like too busy to.
I never met her.
Oh, okay.
She's just an influence.
Oh,
because I saw her great work.
Oh, okay.
And then everything goes to shit. When she stopped put out album, and now she put out a new album.
And it's not as good.
It's different.
It's different.
Yes.
Do you think her objective changed?
I think she's trying to shake up the whole thing. Sometimes you gotta shake it up.
I wonder what her motive is. What's the goal?
I don't know. We can ask her.
I can't. She's not gonna respond.
Oh.
She's not gonna talk to me. I just run this little podcast. I got maybe like 50 viewers right now.
Okay. Let's get 51 today.
Well, if you listen to it, that's 51.
I listened to the other one, so that was like 37 or 38. And then after today, maybe 39 or 51.
Yeah, who knows? But I'm just trying to, get people from the scene, and hopefully they share it around themselves.
Yes. I try to get people from the scene too. There's no other superhero musicians here. At least none that I know. I
noticed that, and that's why I reached out to you, man. Like, it's pretty original. Like, I've never seen another a superhero on stage. So, I mean, I wanted to get you on this cast because I wanted to see how you became who you are.
Yes. Well, what happened was a little boy, he started to draw me on a piece of paper. And then I came to be alive in a different land. And then now I'm here.
So, does this boy have powers then? Probably.
He might. I haven't met him yet.
Or was it just like a miracle kind of like a random happening? Like,
I can't give away too much information.
Oh, okay.
Only because I don't know, but also I don't want to change the series of events.
Okay.
Because anytime somebody go from here to here, if you mess with any of that, it can change everything.
Right. If you give away too much, it might change some stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So as far as I know, he's still somewhere around here. I think he might live with his mommy or daddy. I don't know. He's a child-like person.
Okay. Well.
Right.
I mean, if he seems to have powers. If he could create.
The only thing I know is I hear him in my head sometimes because for some reason we have like a link. So if he's in pain, I know about it.
Would you say he's another influence then? As far as your music goes?
I need to find him and talk to him because some of the stuff he says is very disturbing.
You've never met him?
No. I just know about him because I hear his voice in my head.
Maybe that has something to do with your flying.
Oh, like the dizziness?
Yeah, maybe.
He's in too much pain that I can't fly straight anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know how any of this works. I'm just guessing.
Right. It's a paradox, really. Nobody knows.
It's the only time it's ever happened.
As far as we know.
Yeah, as far as we know.
Yes, as far as we know. So I need to find him, and something tells me something's wrong with him because nothing like this ever happened. Everybody I talk to, I say, who is your creator? And what voices does he say to you? And everybody look at me like I'm strange.
Yeah, well, nobody's going to have the same...
I know it's not my suit. My suit is badass.
Yeah, it's definitely the story. Like that's never happened to anybody before. So
right. So I come here, I make beautiful music, and I put it out, and I try to find other superheroes, and they evade me somehow if they exist, but they don't exist. I'm looking for them. If you know anybody that does superhero musician stuff, tell them to contact me. We save the world. You don't need superpowers. I have my own team. I'm training everybody, really. And you could see that in my videos.
You have a team? Who's on your team?
I don't have anybody. They keep dying. Or they suck.
They keep dying.
Yeah.
Do you play all the parts in your music then?
I play all the parts except for the drums because I'm the second best drummer. So I have the best drummer of this land.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What other land would like you mean another state?
Like a realm or universe or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. I was in my land. It was being developed because I had my house and I had a window and I look out and there was a yard and some of it had color and some of it was still black and white because it was like a sketch kind of.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I wake up in a different land and my friends are not there. I have my guitar.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
This is kind of giving me some Chalk Zone vibes. You ever seen Chalk Zone?
No.
It's a cartoon where this kid, he has a magic piece of chalk, and he gets this magic chalk from this realm, and he can draw anything in thin air. It comes to life, and if he draws a circle, it becomes a portal, and he can go to another realm.
Okay.
And he can it's a chalk world, and it can just be
Wow.
drawn. And what you're describing right now kind of seems like, somebody like this kid Rudy who's drawing things, and they're
Okay.
coming to life.
Do you think he's a superhero?
It might be the magic chalk. It might be him. I don't know.
Where can I find him?
It's just a TV show, so it's just on paper, man. It's just a story, like Spider-Man or Superman. It's just another story.
Yeah, Spider-Man's not real.
No, he's not.
He was bit by something. It gave him powers.
Yeah.
He was not born with it.
Well, even then, like the spider isn't real, so the whole story was written by Stan Lee. So it's like there's no real Well, if there is a real superhero, they're quiet.
You're looking at him right here.
Yeah, I mean, you're the only public one, as far as I know.
Everybody needs to become more public with their superpowers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how am I going to find them?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword,
Right.
Once you come out public, like you're a target.
Exactly.
So
That's why I stay flying if I can. Except for today, it's too hot to fly
yeah,
in this town.
there's no clouds.
I don't remember.
No clouds.
No clouds.
It's just sun.
Okay.
You need shade to fly, or what? Like, does the sunlight hurt you?
It's just too hot. This is a hot suit. This was from my last land. We didn't have a sun.
Yeah. You just need shorts. Just shorts and a cape.
Shorts and I need to find a suit designer to fix this thing for me.
Yeah, get some looser clothing or something, man.
Yeah. Install fans.
Fans, air condition. I saw a video of an air conditioned football helmet the other day. I thought that was crazy.
Oh.
It's like a helmet. It just looked like a regular football helmet, but it's all air conditioned. Like, I feel like you could use something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a helmet.
Was it
that's just air
American
conditioned.
football or the other football?
Yeah, it was actually college football. It was Louisiana State. Like,
That's a different land?
yeah, Louisiana. It's like a lot of water and swamp. Like, it's over by Florida.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever flown that far away.
I've flown to New York.
It's about that far.
Okay. You have to go to New York to get the pizza.
There's all right pizza in New York. It's not my favorite. I like the pie, like the Chicago style.
Chicago.
I don't know if you hit Chicago on the way to New York,
No.
but the Chicago pizza, that's my favorite.
Okay.
It's got like way more tomato. It's like a deep
The
dish.
stewed tomato. I
Yeah.
read all about it.
Yeah, it's just a huge tomato pie with a bunch of cheese on it. It's delicious.
What's the favorite topping?
Anything meat. I'm a carnivore. I like to just eat as much meat as I can.
Like cows,
Cows,
horses,
pigs,
chickens,
chickens.
dogs,
Horse is fine. I'll eat some horse.
snake.
I've had snake. It's pretty good.
It tastes like chicken.
Reptiles taste like chicken. Any reptile is just like a greasier chicken. That's all. It's kind of weird, man. Alligator? Have you ever had alligator before?
I ate alligator one time.
I was in Florida and I was at like this gator park. It was really weird. It was
Florida
like this,
gators.
It was like a zoo, but it was all gators. And there was like a show where they hung chickens over a wire and the gators jumped up and grabbed them. It was really cool. But they were selling fried gator tail at the gator park. Like, so you
To
would
the
go,
gators?
No, like for the people. So you go watch these gators and then you go over to the snack stand and buy gator to eat. Like you're eating the animal while you're watching them do tricks.
Can you pick out the gator to eat?
I don't think it was like that. No.
I want that one. He looks tasty.
Give me that one. Yeah, he's got a scar on his eye. I bet he's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You put the golf ball inside the eye.
Yeah, like Happy Gilmore, that one movie. Yeah, that'd be good.
That's a good movie.
You seen the Adam Sandler movies?
I saw that one.
That he does he
It's
fights
all
the
in
gator
the
at the
hips.
end, doesn't he?
Ah.
He like wrestles it.
Somebody does.
Yeah, I like the Adam Sandler movies. But so where have you flown to then?
I went to Washington.
You went to Washington?
Yeah. and I went to New York, and I flew down to Mexico.
Did you combat the music there, the shitty music?
Mexico has no shitty music.
I find that really hard to believe, man.
All they do is party to the most amazing music.
Well, I mean, the more you drink, the less shitty the music is.
Exactly.
So
maybe that's what I need, more alcohol.
Don't we all?
I drink only alcohol sometimes.
Yeah.
Like right now, I only have alcohol.
You don't smoke at all?
I do not smoke the cigarettes. I see the commercials. They say that they give you cancer. And since I'm from a different land, I might already have cancer.
I mean,
I don't know the waves that happen with that kind of transference of energy.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you even human?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, what is
that's
it?
why the doctors cannot figure this out, because I'm not like Earth human. I'm from different land human. I still look kind of like a human. I have 5 fingers on this hand, and I have 5 fingers on this hand. And how many do you have?
The same.
You have 5
The
too.
same, yeah.
So we look similar with our body style, but the inside, I don't know.
All right, well, so maybe it's like some Doctor Strange or something where you come from a different.
He's not real.
Realm.
He was written.
Yeah, I mean.
Like he's a fake superhero.
Yeah,
So
I'm
anything can
only
happen with
drawing comparisons from
like
what I know.
Pretend superheroes, yes.
Yeah, I can't. There's no real ones to compare you to, so.
I don't know why they don't just come out. We can destroy every bad guy and everything.
Yeah, I mean, the bad guys are kind of tough to destroy, though.
Because they're invisible sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they have a lot of security.
They have security. They probably have more money. They probably steal it more than I do.
They most definitely have more money.
And unfortunately, all these people don't have money. The people that want to save the world. I would like to save the world, but I cannot help you. What good are you?
Yeah, I mean, well, the people that, own the world, they've put up quite a fucking wall. They put
Seriously.
up a big wall.
It's the Great Wall, right?
Yeah, it's really hard to get over that.
You can see it from outer space, I heard.
That's the trick, though. You can't. They've made it invisible as well.
The invisible wall.
The invisible wall. You can't climb that. Not unless you win the lottery.
You fly
maybe,
over it.
If you win the lottery, maybe you'll have a chance to climb the invisible wall.
I will buy lottery tickets. Only one way to win, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's a scam. Cause when the lottery does hit and somebody does win, there's 4 other winners. So you're telling me out of all those draws, the one time somebody does win, it's multiple people? That can't be right.
It's not every time, is it?
Almost. There's usually multiple winners.
You cannot have $1 billion. You only get 500 million.
Yeah. Well, 4 other people won, so it's 250. Yeah.
There's no way somebody could live off of that.
250 million? I could live off that.
Well, I could live in an apartment or a small home, but I cannot live in a mansion.
I'd live in a bus.
A bus.
Yeah, man.
And just drive everywhere?
Yeah, sure.
There's a TV show from a while back. If you look in the archives, you can find it. It's called Magic School Bus.
Yeah, I remember.
Can you do that?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on the available technology here, right?
I read articles. They are starting time travel and teleportation with the science.
Yeah, the craziest part about that bus is that it was alive. It had a face. It was conscious.
So you paint a face on your bus and then it come alive.
Yeah, and it could shrink. It could change sizes. I don't think we can do that yet.
That's written on the movie Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's another fake superhero.
I know, all these fake superheroes with their fake superpowers.
Yeah, they just explain it. They call it the Pym particle. So
Exactly.
it's this one particle that can change space.
Hank Pym.
It doesn't make sense because I don't know. Once you're so small, how do you breathe in oxygen if you're smaller than an oxygen molecule?
You don't.
If you're that tiny, how do you drop kick somebody and send them flying? You would weigh an ant's weight.
Right.
So you wouldn't be able to kick anything.
Right.
But
those movies are so silly.
The Ant-Man movie especially.
Like you
because,
watch them and you're like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, they break physics in the Ant-Man movie. Like every single scene, they're breaking physics.
Right.
But like some of them are kind of cool. Like the Doctor Strange ones, I think are cool because like it's like magic. You can't really explain it. So it's like
that's real stuff, but the characters are not real. You know?
Yeah.
It was all developed a long time ago, and people are like, "Oh, this is real," but you know, how do we tell the story? Oh, let's create characters, and we'll give them a little mustache and a cape, and his cape flies without them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just Doctor Strange, but how many in the Marvel universe are there? Like
at least 25.
In the movies?
Yes, maybe 26 or 27.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, shit, you got like from the first Iron Man movie all the way to the like, I don't know, what's the latest one that came out? The Ant-Man one is the latest one that came out?
Probably.
Damn, that's a lot of characters.
Yes. And then you have the different movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy alone is like 10 characters.
Yes. In Iron Man, do we count the first War Machine and the second War Machine as the same War Machine, or are they different characters?
I think you got to look at what do you mean? Because they recast him?
Yes, they're different people, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's all the same character. I think they have him the same name from movie to movie, so you just have to assume it's the same dude.
They killed off one and put the other one in, and thought nobody would notice.
They changed his face. I don't know. Like maybe they like maybe it was like a deep fake where they like threw in another person because he died and they didn't want anyone to notice.
I saw this deep fake where they changed faces, and it was terrible. They put Iron Man with a different face, and it was awful.
Was it like Putin?
No, that would be the most powerful Iron Man.
That would be awesome.
There would be pictures of him riding horses and everything.
Putin Iron Man.
Iron Putin.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and he could hang out with all the polar bears. There's polar bears over there, right?
I think they're like they're grizzlies.
Or Siberian tigers.
They definitely have tigers around there, but I don't know about polar bears. I think they're like, I don't know. I guess there would be polar bears in Russia, just way far north, right? Okay. They live in like the far north, like cap of the earth.
Yeah.
Know?
There's none over here in this land. That's why I stay here too.
Oh, no way.
Stay out of the way of the polar bear.
I've seen some in the zoo.
This zoo over here?
No, I think it's San Diego Zoo. I don't know if they have polar bears here in Phoenix. That would be crazy.
I'll fly over to them.
In San Diego, they do though. Yeah, they're pretty impressive when they swim.
Okay,
just giant.
Yeah, I saw a video of a polar bear, and he was like hugging a human.
A polar bear?
Yeah, they were like best friends.
Oh my god,
it's funny because like
so
sometimes
scary.
these Earth people are best friends with like an animal.
Ooh, bears are scary, man.
Yeah,
they're killing machines.
Yeah, they're like this big. If I'm this big, they're like this big.
Yeah,
and they're bigger than me.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, I don't know. They only have to get mad once, you know,
and then they kill you.
They just get mad. One swipe, your whole face is gone.
I'm working on my strength because I don't have bear strength right now.
Yeah, if you could block them, you're fine probably.
With my left arm, and then I punch them with my right arm.
Yeah, just got to get their claws out. Make sure they don't get you with their claws.
Okay, because how sharp are the claws?
They're
like that long, right?
I don't know. What's that uniform made of? What's that?
It's impenetrable. I don't know.
Impenetrable.
Yeah.
So you
we won't test it out right now.
You just spawned with the costume
on? I came here with my costume. I did a recreation of it in my first music video. We found train tracks, and I was like, "That's good enough." You know, I don't want to go all the way back to where I came from. I don't even remember. I wasn't familiar with the area. You know.
Yeah.
So they all kind of look the same. It's like alley, dumpster, trash can, railroad, homeless person. I didn't come from a homeless person.
Okay.
So I found the train tracks. The train was like coming. I had to hurry up and do the chute so they wouldn't run me over. and then we did it. But yeah, that's about as much as I remember.
All right. Well, I mean, if the suit's impenetrable,
We
you don't
won't
have to worry
test
about
it right now.
You don't have to worry about the claws at all.
No. Well, I mean, maybe. What are their claws made of?
Yeah, what are the claws made of? I don't know.
What if they're also impenetrable?
You know, I've seen some damage that bears have done, and I don't know if they can do some damage to a person, like what? I don't know that. Unless that suit's made of something we don't know about.
Right. I mean, it looked like fabric. I mean, it looks pretty wimpy if you think about it.
Maybe we'll test it when the episode's over.
Yeah,
We'll
for
test
sure.
it out.
After. I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
do it on camera in case I break all your tools. I don't want to make you look weird.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of tools right now anyways. We'll have to go find some.
Okay.
But-
We'll steal them.
Yeah.
Your neighbor has to have tools.
Dude, there's a lot of landscapers around here. So there's tools all in the back of these trucks. We'll find something.
There's probably a bunch of knives out there, too.
We'll get a drill.
Yeah, needles.
Needles.
Yeah, there's needles out there in the alley.
Not around here. You got to go a little south.
Oh,
A few miles south, maybe like 4 or 5 miles south. You'll find some.
more needles?
Yeah, you'll find some for sure.
'Cause that's like direct penetration. You just...
You probably just borrow some, you know. Just ask somebody
From the hospital,
from QT.
there are needles over there.
I don't know, Circle K. We'll find some.
More at Circle K.
Yeah, definitely.
Or the AMPMs. At
That's-
least the ones
yeah.
I've been to.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven, AMPM, got the
The 7-Eleven over in California, they like 7-Eleven over there.
oh yeah.
You go there and it's like 7-Eleven, and then you walk down the street like 4 feet, and there's another 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they just have Circle K's and 7-Elevens in California. That's the only 2 gas stations. Like, and then you have like the occasional Quick Mart that's spelled a KW or whatever on like the barren highways.
They have good gas station in like Texas. You've been to Texas?
Oh yeah, you talking about Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
It's
is
like a
cool.
humongous store. It's like Walmart.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is cool. I've been to one of those. Have you ever been to a Wawa? It's on the East Coast. Like New York might have them, but Wawa, their logo's like a goose.
I think I've seen them. I don't know.
I was in the Navy for a little bit, and when I was in Maryland, I used to go to Wawa all the time. They were like right off base, you know, so right outside the base gate. I just drive my truck over there, and they had a sandwich bar that was open 24/7, so you could just get like whatever sandwich you wanted at 3 a.m, like whatever.
Did they make it for you right there?
Yeah, it was like a Subway.
They had a professional chef.
And it wasn't professional chefs, but they would put on gloves. So
Did they do the thing?
they were plastic. They weren't silicone.
Oh.
So they couldn't snap them, but they were real nice usually. They knew me because I was in there every day.
Do they have a cool accent?
No, they don't have a cool accent. They didn't have any accent.
Their accent tells a lot about a person.
I guess they had an American accent, technically.
So they are at the bottom as far as power.
Probably.
Because in order to have more power, you have to speak with an accent.
You know, I never thought about it that way.
Think about all the tough guys.
It depends where you're from, though. I mean, you have like a German accent in America and you might sound cool or like tough. And then like you go to Germany, you sound like everyone else.
And the American accent has lots of power over there.
A little more, maybe.
'Cause
Maybe like a
you're
kinda,
mysterious. They don't know what you're doing.
yeah, like a Clint Eastwood kind of vibe. You just
Okay.
drop it a couple octaves and put some gruff on it.
The lower their voice, the
Yeah.
bigger your balls.
Sound like a Western sheriff. Maybe.
Okay.
It might backfire.
In Germany?
I don't know, dude. Maybe in maybe not Germany. Maybe they'll just laugh at you.
Do they have cowboys over there?
In Germany? A German cowboy? It's kind of reminding me of like Malcolm in the Middle. There's a scene where the oldest son went to a dude ranch. He worked on a dude ranch, and it was a German guy who owned the dude ranch, and he was just a German guy trying to be a cowboy. It's pretty. I don't think they have cowboys in Germany.
No, I think that's the only cowboy I know is from Arizona. Here.
There's cowboys everywhere, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I need to go find more cowboys.
Anywhere with land, anywhere with cattle.
If you're a cowboy, you come over and hang out with me.
If you have cows, you're a cowboy, right? If you wrangle cows with a horse. So anywhere you can have cows and horses, pretty much.
Do you have to have the cowboy boots?
I think that they help. I think they're good for like the stirrups. You know, you can't put like big ass work boots with a steel toe in stirrups. You know, they'll just bounce off.
Okay.
You gotta have like the pointy cowboy boots to slide in there.
In the jacket.
Yeah. The jacket with the hat.
In the horse seat.
The horse seat. Yep.
Yes.
Need a horse seat.
What do they call that?
Saddle.
Saddle.
Yeah, man. My girlfriend watches this show called Heartland. It's in Canada. It's a Canadian show. So they're Canadian cowboys. It's pretty cool. They say a boot.
Okay.
So they're like cowboys, but they say a boot.
Do they sound like they're from Texas and say a boot?
Kinda.
Is a boot in Canada different than a boot in Texas? Because they wear a boot.
They mean different things.
Okay.
You know, a boot in Texas is like something you wear on your foot.
Yes.
A boot in Canada is like, you know, about. It's like describing something.
Right.
I don't know the definition of about.
I will tell you a boot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they say in Tejas.
Yeah, in Tejas. But in Canada, it's different.
All right.
But yeah, it's an interesting show, man. They do have like kind of a Texas accent.
Do they?
It's weird.
In Canada?
Only in those parts.
Which city?
That's the strange part. I think they're like north of Michigan. So it's like kind of like way out in the open range. Like there's not really any cities around them. I think Calgary is like the closest city to where they shoot. But
and I don't know where that is.
Yeah, I mean, if you spent your time in America, you're not going to know where cities in Canada are.
They have those trees, the big trees that they spit out the syrup. You put your pancakes under the tree and then you eat them.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do that.
I saw a video.
They literally put the syrup like the sap from the tree on their pancakes?
Well, no. They drain the whole thing.
Yeah, they drain it and then they make the syrup from that.
Yeah. But if you get it straight from the tree, then you cut out the middleman, you pay less.
Can you just pour it right onto the pancakes though?
It probably tastes fresh.
Do you have to like manufacture it or like refine it in some way?
Only if you want to pay more.
Well, I mean,
and get rid of bugs and parasites and whatever.
Well, I mean, you have to refine whiskey to make it good, you know?
Does whiskey come from the trees?
No. Well, it comes from the fruit. It's sugars. It's like
whiskey. What make whiskey?
You take sugars and you combine it with yeast, and the yeast eats the sugars and turns it into alcohol. That's the byproduct. And
like
then yeah, exactly. And then the byproduct, the alcohol, you distill it out of that mixture. So you have to like heat it up and boil the alcohol out. And it goes up into like this little column. And then you bring it down a coil that cools it down and turns back into liquid. And then all the water stays in the pot. But the alcohol comes out and it goes into a jar. And like that's how you distill alcohol. Mm. So it comes from the fruit or anything that you can turn into sugar. So you can turn starches into sugars as well.
Like bread.
Like corn.
Oh.
A lot of whiskey's made out of corn.
I love corn.
Yeah, corn whiskey's delicious. That's my favorite.
Have you had popcorn?
Popcorn?
Best corn in the world.
It's all right. It's not my favorite.
What you do is you get the corn and you put it in the microwave. And you push like 1 to 2.
I push 3.
That's why you don't like it that much.
I watch it. I watch it.
You burn the popcorn.
Sometimes.
That's why you don't like. That's why you don't like popcorn.
Yeah. No, it gets stuck in my teeth. I don't like that.
You floss. Floss is the real superhero.
I don't know, man. I'd rather eat other things.
Okay.
But
Cream corn.
I like elote. The way the Mexican style corn, you know, with the cheese and all that.
Yeah.
The mayo, the cream good. And the cheese and that.
Imagine, you go to a store that has everything corn that you ever wanted, all in one place.
Okay.
What other store would you ever have to go to? You get all your corn from Sarcasmo's corn store, you know? It's just on the end of the block of where I live. I just go there and I get corn. Corn syrup.
Kind of makes me wonder if there's like a corn festival.
Candy corn ice cream.
Candy corn? Is
candy corn?
That's sugar. That's not about corn.
Well, it has corn in the wood.
It just looks like corn.
It doesn't look anything like corn. It's orange and yellow and white.
It's like it's supposed to be like the top is the yellow. That's like the kernel, and then like the rest of it's like the root that goes down on the cob. That's why they call it candy corn.
They are doing a shitty job with the marketing. It does not look like corn.
It's really weak.
You look like a little carrot.
Think about when it was made though. It was made like I don't know, probably like the fucking 1910, 1920.
All the old people are stupid. Yeah. They didn't have Wikipedia. They could not look at what corn actually looked like.
Well, if you lined them all up together and like glued them all together side by side, it would look like corn when you're done.
So we need to have like ear of candy corn.
Yeah.
And then you sell it by the ear instead of in the little bags.
That's a good idea. That's actually really good.
I have all the best corn ideas.
Edible glue? Glue it together with sugar or something?
Yeah.
I think that would be
corn syrup.
Corn syrup, perfect.
Like you put it on in cornstarch.
Oh, it wouldn't work in Arizona. It'd just melt.
Okay. So I have to open my corn store somewhere else.
Just because of that? You could have a corn store still. Just don't have that.
I would be missing a corn product.
No, that's not a corn product. It's just sugar. It's just just have the corn. Just real corn.
There's so many different kinds of corn. Have you ever researched corn?
Not a lot, no. I've only enough to make whiskey.
So corn whiskey, we sell it.
It's called bourbon. I think. Well, actually, there's a few different requirements to make bourbon. It has to be 51% corn, at least 51, and it has to be made with like Kentucky limestone water, which is like that's like debatable, but I think those are the two like main requirements for bourbon.
Kentucky.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Bourbon. They just said it has to be made with limestone water so that they could like copyright it to that state because it's the only place with like springs that have limestone. So it's kind of a cop out if you ask me.
They sound selfish.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the water has much to do with the flavor.
And water has nothing to do with pizza either. Stupid New York.
Maybe.
No, it does.
Yeah, I've heard different, but I haven't done a lot of research on it. I just heard somebody say it matters. But
yeah.
I don't
if
know,
they
man.
said it, it must be true.
What if you made water with or pizza with different types of water?
Different types of corn.
Different types of corn?
Corn inside of the crust.
Corn crust? Could you do that? Make a corn crust instead of a flour crust?
Well, you would have just like you put cream corn inside the crust and you roll it over. That way, every time you bite it, it tastes like corn.
Okay. So like for the sauce?
A corn sauce.
Corn sauce. Yeah.
Okay, corn.
I don't know. You might be able to use a corn tortilla to make like a Mexican style pizza or something.
Yeah.
Not like Mexican pizzas aren't real, but you can make it. Might be better than Taco Bell.
We have extra corn in our pizza.
You top it with corn. Do the elote toppings. So it's like,
yes,
with like the cojita cheese and then
an actual corn pizza.
Yeah, perfect. I think elote pizza is out there somewhere.
If not, I will make it.
What's the best pizza place you've had out here?
Not Pizza Hut.
Okay, next.
That is shit.
Have you ever had Ziggy's downtown?
No. Tell me about how much corn do they use?
I don't know because they do like different kinds of pizzas each week. You know, they have like a signature pizza each week.
What are the cross streets?
Actually, I think it's like 4th Street and like Van Buren. So it's like just on the north side of downtown. But what's cool about this place is like they're never busy during lunch. They're only busy like at night when all the shows let out. When all the venues let out, everyone goes and gets Ziggy's. So there's a line out the door, like down the street, and it's like at midnight. You know, so everybody goes and gets pizza because they don't close till like 2 a.m.
That's my favorite time to hang out downtown.
Yeah, midnight. Go get a pizza. It's a lot of people to watch your back.
Do they do the superhero discount?
You have to try it out. I never asked.
I will ask.
I'm not usually in my costume, so I don't know. But
do you have a costume?
Not yet. I have one. It's just not made.
What instrument do you play?
I play a little bit of guitar. I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm a musician because I don't like write and I can't like look at, I can't read music. I can't like play a full song or anything. I just like to, make little notes and melodies on my own. I just kind of make stuff up. But I mostly just I just enjoy music and like to listen to it. I like to make it. I like to mix. I like to mix tracks and music and stuff like that. I'm not really I don't like how many hours it takes to be good at an instrument. Mm-hmm. Like I'm too impatient. Like I just lose my patience.
That's what I love about me is I was bored with all this talent. I did not have to work one day for it.
That's super convenient.
One day I was not there, and then the next day I was there, and it was super boring because it was just me. And then all of a sudden my friends, they came out of nowhere, and I have a guitar. It was the best life. I did not have to fly around and protect anybody because there was nobody else there.
That you knew of?
There was nobody there. It was.
So when did you start learning then? When did you start learning that you actually needed to protect the world or like save the world?
Well, when I was here, because I saw how shitty everything was.
So that's when you didn't. So you weren't born into the world with a purpose. You found a purpose.
I found a purpose when I was here, because in my own land I do not have superpowers. There's like a different pretend superhero. It's kind of like that, I guess. Superman, right? He has superpowers here, but if he goes home to his own land, he's just normal, right? Okay,
yeah, I get it.
Because doesn't his planet like kill him or something?
I think it's because this sun, like the sun for Earth, is like more powerful, and all the Kryptonians, they get their power from like the solar energy. So like when he comes to this planet, he gets like overpowered because the sun is that much more powerful. It's like,
I wonder if that's what's going on with me.
Maybe
I have a different sun, and now I have the better sun. But it's too hot for me.
Maybe there's better music where you come from, so you gain your power from better music.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe your purpose gives you your power.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure everything out. I've only been here for a couple Earth years,
Yeah, it's hard to tell when there's nobody else like you.
There's nobody like me. And every day I try to figure it out, and it just does not happen. But, the more I look for other people like me, hopefully we get an answer soon.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully somebody out there will help you.
If you like corn, hit me up.
Perfect.
Wrong plug. If you like music and you hate shitty music, contact me.
If you like corn and you like music. Captain Sarcasmo.
Do not come at me with your Truly shit. I hate Truly. You ever drink Truly?
I have.
It's bullshit. They don't love me the way I used to love them.
It's only good for games. We're drinking games and stuff because you can chug them real fast, and like it's gone. You can just.
Do you want to chug one of these?
An IPA? Don't usually chug IPAs.
Okay.
It's just not worth it.
There was a game from my old land I would play with my friends where we drink an IPA every 9 minutes. No. Every 7. No. Every. I don't know. We drink an IPA every 5 to 7 to 10 minutes. And then we drink another one. And we do it for a whole hour and a half.
I play that game all the time, man.
It's my favorite game. I almost made it all the way to the end.
I played this game when I used to live with my brother in his house. We had this backyard, and it was all grass. But we would set out, whoever wanted to play. This game is called Beer Darts. And we'd have steel tip darts, and we would all sit in like either a triangle or a square, depending how many people are playing. But you get 6 beers. It's usually those Trulies, because you don't care about wasting them. Who cares? And you
I will
set them.
destroy every Truly.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
yeah, it doesn't matter about those things. If they spill, nobody's gonna cry. So
I will be happy.
You set all the 6 down in front of your legs, just like right in front of where you're sitting, and then you take turns in a circle, or whoever gets the dart gets to throw it. So you just throw the dart at the beers, at the beers in front of somebody.
And if you miss,
It's a dangerous game, man. You know what you're getting into when you play. So if you miss, like, I've seen someone get hit in the leg. It happens. But you try to hit those beer cans, right? And like, if you run out of beer, well, when you hit a beer can and it starts leaking, you have to crack it open and shotgun it real quick. So it already has a hole in it, and then all you have to do is pop the top and chug the rest.
take the game to the next level.
What's that?
Try to save the world after that.
Try to save the world, like when your beers are out.
Get on the road, drive around, look for somebody who's breaking the law.
I'm not getting on the road after beer darts. Usually we're pretty tipsy before we even start that game.
Then save the world before you play the game.
That sounds like a better idea. Safer.
Before you play the game, but after tipsy.
Yeah, that sounds safer. I mean, beer darts is you got to be pretty buzzed to want to play in the first place.
Yes.
You're throwing darts at each other,
do
right?
you wear a helmet?
No.
Are you impenetrable?
No, you just throw down.
Do you
Just
wear
don't-
a cup?
Don't. Nope.
Oh,
No.
gosh.
Nope. Just.
I wear a cup.
If you're scared, close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's a hardcore game, man.
Yes. Gosh.
It's fun though. I'll have to get a video of that sometime. Playing beer darts.
Your next one. Your next.
For the podcast, you mean?
yes.
Get someone on
Play
the podcast playing beer darts?
Yes.
Maybe I'll do that for a special. I've only got one special episode right now, and that was an interview with my dad on his birthday party. He was about to go. He was about to go play with his. He's got like a jam band. He like jams. It does like cover songs and stuff. But I helped him set up on his patio with like a Yamaha mixer like this. We set up his band on the patio, and he played a few songs for his birthday.
Is he good?
But he sings.
Is he a
but
superhero?
He's pretty good at singing. So, I wouldn't say he's a superhero.
He's your superhero.
Yes,
Sometimes.
sometimes
It depends on if he lets you play or not. He's like, get over here. You're being naughty.
Give me a beer.
So
No,
you're the
he's-
superhero sometimes too. Bring in
I-
the beer.
probably. You know, I never really thought about it that way.
You said that you did the Navy, and they're superheroes, right?
Some of them.
Well, they like combat. You know, they.
I told you, man. I've met a lot of people that were not superheroes in the Navy. I learned a lot
they
about
like
what
to drink a lot, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
The-
yes,
The people in the military, they like to party.
it's easy. Everything else is not allowed. Alcohol is. So you've got alcohol and you've got tobacco. It's the only things you're allowed to do.
And the prostitutes.
That's not allowed.
No prostitution?
Not in America.
What about Las Vegas?
I don't know. There's no bases in Las Vegas.
No?
There's no military bases in Las Vegas. There might be like National Guard out there, but I wasn't in the National Guard, so I don't know.
What about the one?
Fort something. I don't know. That sounds army.
Oh.
When you say fort, that already sounds army.
Military.
I don't know. I wasn't in the army, so I was only in like the places where there's water, pretty much.
Hawaii.
I wish. God damn, I tried to get on a boat.
I was stationed in the shithole Hawaii.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing about Hawaii. Like some people love it and some people hate it. I don't know what I would have been if I would have liked it or not, but
I've not been there. They don't have shitty enough music.
If I picked up surfing, I probably would have liked it. But
you could swim with the sharks.
Yeah.
They like to kill people.
They don't like to kill people. They just do it on accident.
Well, they eat them. They taste good.
That's the thing. They don't.
People don't
taste
good?
like shit.
Have you tried people?
Garbage.
Did you? Have you eaten people?
The fact that it's not popular means that we probably taste like shit.
I'll try it later. I'll tell you.
We probably taste pretty bad.
I'm not even like a full human. I look kind of human,
like,
but
I mean, if you think about it in like an evolutionary way, like we weren't really meant to eat each other, so like we never evolved to enjoy the taste of other humans.
Do you ever watch animals who eat their own species?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's kind of like that.
Fucking cats do that.
Yes.
But they don't do it for nourishment, though. They do it for, like, a purpose. Like, they can't take care of the kittens, so they eat them. And then
That's the same way I feel. Maybe I'm a cat.
Maybe I'm a cat.
I gave you birth, and now I eat you.
I can't take care of you.
You provide your own
So
food.
you'll take care of me. It's so brutal.
You make your wife create your next meal.
God damn.
Okay.
It's pretty dark.
It's terrible. There's no way I mean that.
No, that was a joke.
In this world, we say the wrong thing one time. We get blacklisted. No, do not work with that guy. He likes to eat people.
Well, lucky for you, nobody on this podcast is going to be complaining.
I hope not. I'm just trying to save the world. I mean, tell us all of this is on the internet, right? Tell us your shitty music bands, and I will go save you from them.
What does that look like? If
like
somebody brings up like they say like 5 Finger Death Punch, what do you do?
Everybody should hate them.
I know they do. So how do you combat?
You know, sometimes with people like that, the people in that band, there's no hope.
You know they're from here.
5 Finger?
They're from Phoenix.
Wow.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Right.
We have the wrong influences in our own city.
Right? It's crazy.
Did they start with a different band name and then they had to like get rid of that band name because everybody hated them so much?
I don't know. They probably, was it like 5 Finger Fruit Punch? Then they had to change it.
Their first band name was just Finger Me. And like, no, that sounds terrible. Finger him. How about we have 5 fingers?
The audience isn't liking this.
The 5 fingers go right into me. Now that's too lame.
Oh, man.
We death punch them with our 5 fingers. They don't go inside of us.
They just had to copy a Tarantino movie. They just copied Kill Bill.
Kill, death, punch. 5 fingers of death punch. Kill them all. I shouldn't promote death.
You can. You make money that way.
Promote death. Kill it. No.
A lot of people are into death right now.
Death. Like death metal. That's what you said earlier.
All sorts of death, man.
We all feel dead inside sometimes.
Well, there's a lot of people trying to keep us from being alive, you know?
I'm ready for round 2.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
man.
wait. We cannot show the label. We are not getting paid.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
We are showing everybody what we're drinking.
You think I make money on this?
If you drink Tower Station IPA because of this video, you owe Tower Station and myself money.
I wouldn't even go that far. Tower Station's good beer. Go drink some.
Tower Station's good. You know what? Truly did not want to work with me, but maybe Mother Road Brewing would like to work with me.
Maybe.
I need lots of beer to staff. I mean, not to staff. To fulfill my staff at my next video shoot. So when I do music videos, I give everybody beer. That way they're happy.
That's a good way to do it, man. That's what I do with my podcast. And if sometimes I'd say like probably 75% of the time, people just don't drink with me. But that's okay.
Well, we will get very drunk and then we will all go our separate ways and find the evil villains.
I think it's about half. Half the time people don't want to drink beers on the podcast. But I'm hoping to increase those numbers.
If you like to drink beer,
more people have beers with me.
Do a podcast.
Do a podcast with me.
With Spencer. Spencer Drinks Beer, podcast number 30.
Yeah, number 30. Actually, I got number 30 and 31 and 32 scheduled, I think.
Is it a secret?
No.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I've got a... let me see. I don't want to get this wrong. So I got to look up some info.
They have a weird name. We have to pronounce it right.
I know that I've got Wade Taylor from Atoll coming on soon. So he's going to be one of the next episodes for
I met somebody named Wade.
Wade. I had another Wade on my podcast. He's from Amaya. I don't know if you've heard of them, Amaya.
I've heard of them.
They play really fucking hard. They're awesome. I love those guys. They know how to party too.
Okay, Amaya, we all have to party. We drink Mother Road Brewing Company.
Yeah, I've had everyone but the drummer on. So I need to get they've been changing drummers. So I need to get their new drummer on, and then I'll have all of them.
They borrow their drummer from another band.
All right, so I got Joseph Corrao coming on. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. We'll figure out from him later. But he's coming on, and then I got Ruben Duros coming on as well.
All right.
Yeah. So those two are going to be...
Are they in bands?
Well, Ruben is got his own project going on right now. He's from Demon Ship Music. So he's going to be coming on with some stuff. Joseph is also in a band, but we'll get there when we get there. I'll let them announce their projects.
Yeah, we don't want to steal their thunder.
Well, I still got to go through and listen to some of their stuff a little bit. I like to listen to people, and either if they contact me or I contact them, I'll go through and like listen to a few snippets of their stuff and just to get an idea of what they're making. But
what is your favorite music to listen to?
It changes. So right now I'm listening to a lot of like hardcore and Frenchcore, like EDM.
Oh.
So it's like a lot of the electronic music, but it's like the death metal of electronic music. It's like really fast, really heavy, like distorted bass. Like
that's the only way bass should be.
Yeah, it's hard to describe, but they don't play a lot of it here in America.
It's more in France.
Yeah, France, like Germany, like Europe, like anywhere in Europe, they play a lot of that stuff over there. Like I had a DJ on. His name is Muradic. I think he's like episode 6 or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look back at it. But Muradic, go look him up. He's like a really hard DJ. But he was actually telling me stories about how he lost a label because of he's making hard stuff that was like too hard, and they were like, you can't. Like we can't have you on our label. Like if you're gonna be releasing shit like this, he would like sample death metal bands, for his EDM, and it's like, damn, that's crazy.
The problem with the whole industry is everything is so like, you have to fit right here. If you don't fit right here, we can't have you because we only support artists who do what we want.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it should be more of, I like what you're doing. And fuck it, it's different, but whatever. Let's help you get there.
Right. it comes down to like a leap of faith, though. Like, does the person with the funding, with the money, like to help you get there, like
Those are the real villains too.
Yeah, well, they are, but like unintentionally. Like they're not trying to be villains. They're trying to just do what's good for them, so they become villainous through those motives. Like they're not trying to be evil.
They are classic villains, though.
Yeah,
they think that their way is the right way because it benefits them.
They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, explain what that quote means to you.
Well, you can say like, well, I was doing this for a good reason. I only meant to help. I only meant to do well for this person or that person, or I only meant to do well for myself. And then in your trail, you're leaving this wake of chaos, just destruction and everything. And you don't care what happens afterwards, or you go down this trail of like, I'm only doing what's good for this. And you keep going and going, and it looks like it's good. And then you find yourself in a place that you've created that's just a fucking nightmare. Yeah. And it's like, shit, I can't get out.
This is like every CEO.
Oh, yeah. Monopolies. Anything that's trying to become a monopoly is going that road.
Yes. See, I will be the only person with a corn store.
You're late to that party. I'm sure there's a corn store out there in Kansas somewhere. Something.
Well, we can ask your friend. Let's see. Because they were talking about Kansas a couple of days ago. Right?
Which one?
The last one you did.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Beck.
Tyler, yes.
From Lewis on Tour.
He loves Kansas. He talked about it.
Yeah, they went through a tour through the Midwest.
I remember he said, "It is so beautiful in Kansas. They have corn stores everywhere."
Yeah, he said exactly that.
I need to go scope them out.
Yeah, I drove from Maryland all the way to Arizona, and driving through Missouri and like the Midwest, like around that area. Oh my God, it's so hard. You just want to fall asleep. Like it's nothing.
It is boring.
Yeah.
The best part about Missouri is the little arc.
I didn't actually pass that. I went around it.
That's the best part. You go and you see the arc, and you know what? You can go in the arc. Because it has a little elevator thing, like a little ride. You go from one side to the other.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And under the arc, you know what there is? It's the best thing in the world. It's a museum. You can go inside the museum, and you just walk right through.
I've never been there. I'll have to try that. I went around. It was out of my way. So.
I wouldn't go there just for that.
No, I mean, what would I do in St. Louis?
Go there for the White Castle.
White Castle?
No, don't go there. They have the little tiny burgers. They're like that big.
Yeah,
you need like 100 of them.
They don't even have corn.
There's no corn in the burgers.
No corn in the whole restaurant.
Corn-free burger.
No corn in the whole restaurant.
Why would you go there?
No, I went around. I think the best part of Missouri was the crazy billboards, where it was like, there. I think it was just one really that I noticed. Like it was just noticeable. It was like this little building on the side of the highway. It looked like nothing else was connected to it, nothing else near it, and it was an adult movie store.
It was closed on Sundays, I bet.
No, it just said adult movie store on the top. I don't know. I didn't know what the hours were, but there was a billboard that said adult movie store, and there was a billboard like 20 feet away, and it was like just off the property. Probably the farmer who owned the land behind the building or whatever.
He made all the videos.
There's another billboard just a little bit taller than that one, and it said like pornography destroys families. And it was just like, and then it had like a Bible verse underneath it or something.
Yes.
And it was just like, wow. Like,
now you don't know what to think. Do I buy the porn or do I buy the Bible?
Well, I think that billboard is like the Streisand effect, where it just like brings attention to the video store. Like, why do they hate this video store so much? Like, let's check it out.
The video store put up the Bible verse.
Maybe it's a really good video store. Like, really pisses off God. You know,
Maybe it is God.
the video store.
Yes. Maybe the videos are of God.
I don't see it.
Well, it seems like in those videos, because they're probably fake. Like the storylines are also stupid, right?
They're definitely fake.
So one of them, God shows up at the door and he's like, "Hey, I'm horny," and then the girl's like, "All right, let's do it."
You think he got captured like on video?
Having sex with the woman?
So he like told some people to put up a billboard?
Yes.
You can't just get somebody to burn the video?
Maybe he put up the billboard himself.
There's a lot going on here.
He's advertising his own pornography in the little town in the Midwest. Midwest?
Yeah.
Midwest. And he's playing both sides of the story. He says, "I did this terrible video. Come watch it. But don't watch it."
You think it's just like bored?
He could be. That would explain a lot. He got bored of the dinosaurs. He kills them.
Yeah,
He sends the aliens down. The aliens create all these humans. They create all the weird pyramid stuff
and then he floods it.
And then he floods it.
And then they come back.
Yes, it's a big story. It's too much to talk about now.
I kind of like talking about it. I don't know.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I don't know, dude. All the stuff I hear about Egyptians just blows my mind. Like, and that's only one civilization, right?
That was like the first alien.
Well, like that's the only one we can see because it's not under a rainforest. You know,
okay.
It's just a desert. How many of them are buried under? Who the fuck knows? Like,
and they say that the pyramid may be the top of the whole sculpture. Maybe it go way down.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's hard to go any further down.
Well, a long time ago it was all water.
Yeah, I heard a long time ago it was a lush rainforest because there was so much. Yeah, there was so much rain because of the ice age. Like during the ice age, the warm, you know, where it's warmer on the equator, that was much further north. So it was much warmer further north, and then when the ice age happened, it kind of like fucking cleared everything out. Like when the comets impacted near the North Pole, it made a bunch of clouds and everything cooled way down, and it killed all that jungle and it all dried out. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into that sort of timeline of how the Earth was like resurfaced pretty much. But they say that there was like 1,000 years of rainfall on Egypt because when you look at the Sphinx, there's actually a lot of pieces of the Sphinx that look like they have water erosion, like rain has fallen on this stone for 1,000 years
straight.
Yeah, and it's like this erosion that goes straight down, like water erosion, but you can't find that anywhere else, like just in one part of the Sphinx. And you know, at a certain point it stops, and they think like that's where the flooding was. You know, that's where the water was because the rain wasn't hitting it or something like that. And the mystery just gets deeper and deeper. Like when was there 1,000 years of rain on Egypt? You know, but a lot of the Egyptologists from the Egyptian government, like, they deny this kind of stuff. They deny it like flat out. They're like, no, like this was carved 4,000 years ago. It's like,
obviously
it's over 4,000 years old. How's that possible? Like, you know, so it's like the most recent evidence they found was like maybe a piece of wood lodged in a stone that they dated to 4,000 years. But you can't date the actual stone. So who knows how long the stone has actually been there.
At least not to like the minute or the day.
Yeah, well, to the year. You can't get within 1,000 years if you don't have any organic material. If you only have stone, good luck. Like,
and they're like, oh, this dinosaur obviously 400 billion years ago.
Yeah, I mean, well, at some point you can look at like fossils, because fossils are actually just the bone that's been like, it's been like calcified. So it's been turned to a different kind of stone. We're not actually finding real bones as fossils. It's just like one kind of stone filled in where the bone used to be. You know, that's what fossils are.
Right.
So it's like you're not actually finding bone material. It's just like, so what are you going to find in the pyramids? Like nothing but rock. You can't date it. Who knows how long it's been there?
It's aliens.
Yeah, it could have been there for 20,000 years. Who knows? Like aliens could have helped.
They got here exactly 2023 years ago.
It seems a little longer than that.
That's what the Earth theory is, right?
The Bible says 6,000.
They got here exactly 6,000 years ago.
According to the good book. Yeah. But,
who knows? I mean, nobody knows anything. We just like make stuff up. Oh, it looks right.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's hard to tell. I mean, all you have is theories. You can't like go back and like set a camera up.
And they're fun to think about.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what will happen in like 1,000 years. Let's say Captain Sarcasmo, he got here at this year, we think. I tried to do some like video, but I don't like doing videos too much. I did like 5 weeks of them.
You got to write a book.
I should write the book.
They last longer.
And then somebody changed the book, and then nobody knows what it actually means.
Well, if you keep writing books, it's hard to change all of them.
I could put them on the internet, but what if somebody unplugged the internet? Then nobody knows anymore.
That's going to be hard to do. The internet is, it's going to be hard to unplug.
Like what happened when another comet come in and destroy all the world. How will they know that Captain Sarcasmo was here in the year 2023?
A book. A paper book.
If a comet comes and destroys everything...
Well, then nobody's going to be here to remember it anyways. It doesn't matter.
Well, the next aliens will take over and they won't know who the leaders were and who the superheroes were.
Hopefully you can still survive.
We need to bury everything we have. That way it survive.
It's like a time capsule?
Yes. Deep inside the world.
For everything?
For me. Because my story has to be preserved.
What would you include?
My suit in my music. I have many, many years of music. So what happened is, when I got here, I uncovered this file that had all this music, and it helped me write, because I have to write my story, right? So some of the stuff I write is just absolute bullshit, but I will release it because my leader make the music. I told you earlier, my creator, he liked music a lot, but he had his own problems. I'm gonna eventually release his music. It's terrible, but he brought me here to the land. He doesn't know that.
Maybe he doesn't know.
I don't know.
He might know.
He might. Like when I got here, it wasn't broadcast on the news, so I don't know if he knows, unless he looks specifically on YouTube or whatever for me.
Well, I mean, if you get enough views, he might be in there.
I have 1,000 views.
Are you trying to reach him through YouTube?
No.
Or what?
No, I mean, if I stumble upon him, then great. Then we meet and I can figure out what's going on.
But that's not your goal.
No, my goal is to save the whole entire world from all the shitty music.
And you're starting here?
In Phoenix.
Do you have a plan to expand?
Eventually. It would be nice if I had like different superheroes in different lands, because then I could say like, hey, how's the shitty music in your land? And they would be like, oh, it's terrible right now. And then I could fly over there and we can do a show and save the world over there. But right now I stay here. I mean, I have to tell like my origin story and everything. Yeah. Because every superhero has the origin story. And it always involves, tragedy. I had my tragedy. And then like maybe somebody has to die. I hope nobody dies. Close to me,
Maybe they already did.
It was one of my creators people, and he cries about it, and then I start to feel sad for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I mean, hopefully that counts for your hero story. Maybe
Right.
you're a full-fledged hero at the moment.
Well, like what happened is, I have all my superpowers. I'm not gonna talk about them here because I don't want to scare your audience and stuff. But I have my superpowers, and I think the best way is just to save the world by creating the best music in the world. But a few months ago, I did that whole Play-Doh thing, and the people on the show did not like me at all. I think it was too good for their ears. They could not understand the frequencies that I was hitting, and the music was so complex that I think they were paralyzed afterwards.
Wait, what was it?
That they have a radio show over here where they just like talk shit about all the local musicians. They play the music and then they talk about how terrible they were.
Is it a podcast?
No, it's the radio. It's they call it Play-Doh.
Play-Doh?
Yeah.
What station is it on?
It's on 97.9.
Oh, okay. KUPD. When do they play that specific? Is there like a date or something?
I saw a post about it because I have a Facebook also, and I saw the post about it. So I said, "Oh, this will help me save the world," but they shot all over me. So it was November or December, one of those.
Was it Holmberg?
Yeah.
It was Holmberg?
Yeah.
I hate that dude.
He did not like me at all. I met him later in the day because I still found a way to hit the stage. But he did not like me. He's like, the vocals were not good. And I was like, well, your hearing is not good because obviously my vocals are 100% perfect.
You tell him his jokes aren't good.
His jokes, I don't listen to him.
Well, good. It would lower your IQ.
Yeah.
He's not a comedian.
My IQ is like 105 or 205. I think it's.
Well, he'd probably bring it down to the low 90s at least. He's oh man, his show is hard to listen to. It used to be good, like back in the day when he started it. He had a lot of original material and like their ideas were cool and all that. But man, it feels like they have a segment on their show where they literally just like play a viral YouTube video and just describe it over the radio. And it's like,
okay.
What is this? Like, why would anyone want to listen to this shit?
We will describe video with only words.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, you're making it
like
worse then. Like,
we're missing the visual part.
The part that makes it funny is gone. But
yeah,
it's like, I don't know. That guy's show is something else, man.
I will not listen to the audio part of a video. Somebody describing a funny video.
Maybe if they're a good comedian, like this guy's. If he was a good comedian, he wouldn't be on radio. Like I feel like that's how it goes.
So Mr. Holmberg needs to work on comedy.
I think he needs to. I don't know. Maybe just train a new host.
He's been doing it for a while.
He's been doing it for too long.
Is he like the monopoly of Arizona?
As far as like the metal scene goes, yeah. There's only one metal station in Arizona. It's 98. So
okay.
Anyone who listens to like Five Finger Death Punch, they're going to listen to 98 KUPD.
Those are all my villains.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all your villains listen to 98.
So if I am flying and I get close to the road and they have like the bumper sticker and it says KUPD, I say, oh fuck that guy.
Or Big Red Radio. Yeah,
big red.
Just flip the car.
Flip the car. I might have to do some more push-ups before I can just flip a car, but I watched videos yesterday of people flipping cars.
So that's not one of your superpowers.
Super strength?
Yeah.
I think something from this planet like make me weaker.
Unfortunately, you didn't get that one.
We have too much like cheeseburgers and stuff here.
Yeah, maybe it's the 5G. I don't know.
The 5G messing with my head. It give me the vertigo.
I don't know. But yeah, man, it's always interesting to think about like how radio has been, how it's kind of still has an influence, but at the same time it's kind of like a joke. Like,
Yes.
you know, what does it mean to get on the radio nowadays?
It means that you gave the right guy a blowjob.
Almost like maybe I don't know. How many people give Holmberg a blowjob?
Not me. That's
Obviously
why
he fucking talks shit about
That's
you.
why he talks shit about me. And you know, I be kind. I'm friendly. I'm not a villain. I'm a hero. I'm a superhero. Some might say vigilante sometimes, only because you know I don't work with the police on it. I'm kind of like.
So you actually met Holmberg face to face?
I met him, and he told me like, hey, the vocal resonate funny in my ears, so I could not send you to the final round. And so instead of sending me to the final round, he gave me the lowest score. I think I got like 4 points out of 30 or something like that.
4 out of 30?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I know.
That's harsh.
I'm planning a comeback.
Planning a comeback.
I need to because everybody listens to that radio station here, you know, and I need people to hear my songs so they can be saved. Otherwise, they will die from all the shitty music. They will get punched in the face by the 5 fingers.
Luckily, I've dodged all those.
All the 5 fingers?
Oh, I can't stand those guys.
I heard one song on the radio one time, and the whole time I'm like, this is the worst song I've ever heard. And then, you know what? It was them.
Yeah,
I was like, this is terrible.
Every time I hear a terrible like new metal song or whatever, I'm always like, who is this? Who's playing the song right now? It's usually Five Finger Death Punch.
And it's funny because the production is stellar.
Yeah, like
it's like, this is a great sounding horrible song.
That's great, dude. You're totally right. The production value is amazing. It's like an Ozzy Osbourne song, but it sucks.
I was like, who would spend this much money to make this shit on the radio?
You know they spent hours in the studio too.
You'd have to. They're like, this does not suck enough. We need to make it worse.
You know that engineer is probably sitting over that board like sweating, like, oh, this song is worth so much money. Like it's so bad.
He had like a huge boner at the time. He's like, money.
I wonder how many engineers are sitting there mixing the songs, like just hating the song that they're mixing.
In Arizona, I bet it's mostly all the producers.
It's probably all of them.
They're all just sitting there hating their life.
Yeah, man.
They're like, but at least I
imagine.
work with music and I love music.
Yeah, that's the justification, right?
And I will make this music.
Is it irrational? Like you think they shouldn't be doing it? Like
I mean, if the band is terrible, don't take their money. Just send them somewhere else.
Oh, that's so hard though. Because if it's a label giving you a bunch of money, you're like,
Yes.
well,
So money is the villain too.
if it pays your rent for the next 4 months, like how you gonna say no? Like,
Right.
it's really hard. I imagine I feel like being a producer, like in a studio, or like an engineer in a studio, you gotta really like put your opinions and preferences aside, and like
I think you should give them feedback like, hey, this is a terrible song. Let's not do it.
I could imagine sitting there as soon as they're done with the tracking, just be like, no, that wasn't good.
Fuck you. Go somewhere else.
I don't think this is gonna work out.
Take their money. You already worked for them, right?
Yeah, you already paid that deposit.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
But we all want money so much we do the stupid stuff.
Well, I mean, it's the guys on top who own the labels who are like making the rules, right?
They're like, we will make everybody love this song. Just put it on the radio. There's nothing better.
I mean, they decide. It's all up to them. Shit, they decide what's popular. But metal just ain't there yet.
What is your favorite part of metal? You like to listen to like heavier stuff.
I like faster.
Faster?
Like fast tempos, like I like melodic though. If it's too rhythm based, like the hardcore stuff where it's like, kind of chuggy riffs where it's like dun dun dun. Like I'm not a super huge fan of like the rhythm based stuff. But if it's got melodies and if it's got like Metallica's got a lot of melodies. It's a kind of overplayed reference, but like Pantera. Let's see. There's I like Black Dahlia Murder I mentioned earlier. They're really melody driven. So I like anything where you can hear the guitars making the music rather than like the vocals and like the rhythm. So if there's like loud guitars and they're making a melody, I can probably get into it.
Okay.
But what would you say your favorite bands are right now? What would you say isn't the shitty music you're battling?
May I answer this question after I urinate?
Yeah, we can take a break real quick. We'll be right back.